Hi, good morning. I'm at Boston Common. This is a Saturday morning of the Memorial Day weekend. As you can see behind me, there is a sea of flags and a monument at the back. This is to honor some soldiers of the US, but it looks very impressive. I quite like it because I've never really seen those many flags of a single country anywhere. It's really patriotic. Wait, Oscar, what is it for?
Honor the military dead of the United States between 1868 and 1970, so from the Civil War to the mid-Vietnam War. I think it was created in response to the anti-war movement of the late 60s and the disrespect that a lot of Americans felt like I think soldiers were being given.
Okay, that's very knowledgeable of Oscar. I don't really know much history. It does look very impressive behind me. But yeah, I quite like how patriotic everything is. Do you know, Oscar?
I think it's the European sensibility. We don't have a lot of displays like this because we associate it with fascism, so we get a bit nervous around it, so I don't really like it.
But I like it. And now we're moving on to the Freedom Trail, which would be the main part of the activity of the day. It starts at a place in Boston Common as well. And it's about 2 miles long, which goes through all of the historical sites of the city center. Okay, so I'm in front of the Boston's Visitor Information Center, and that's the start of the Freedom Trail. You can see there's red brick line, goes all the way to the north part of the city. So yeah, Oscar and I will start walking now. Let's go. So what is your impression of Boston so far?
It's very clean.
Yeah. Just slower. Shouldn't we enjoy the sun and walk, not the speed up? It's not the marathon.
I don't marathon speed walk anywhere. Everyone else is
But,
just really
but shouldn't we
slow.
walk on the trail?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
But you're cutting corners.
Because there's people.
Okay. Yeah, I feel Boston is really different to other American cities. It's like Mexico City kind of feeling, especially this Boston Common looks like the park in the center of Mexico City. Yeah, another thing for the clean environment Oscar mentioned, I think is because there are just not too many people around. They have plenty of space with less population comparing to other cities in Europe or Asia, for example. So yeah, everything just feels very spacious, very green, very clean as well. Even though there are crazy people around, like at every single corner. Aren't they, Oscar?
Yes, I mean, that's to be expected. Intentional.
Yeah. Okay, so what is this fountain? At the moment, I'm walking exactly on this red brick trail. I think it could be a challenge or something, like when people get drunk and then it's a 2-mile walk exactly on this very narrow trail and see whether a person could walk all the way from the information center to the north point of the city. We are walking up towards the Massachusetts State House. So we are at the
Old Granary Burial Ground.
I do have a feeling I'm in the game Plants vs. Zombies. Look at the graves. They look identical to the game. Did you notice one thing, Oscar?
What?
So everything's massive in the US, like all of those whatever old architecture and monuments are literally monumental compared to European equivalents. It's
It's for a reason. It's a story. I can't remember everything, but I remember watching a documentary. It's basically to project American power, and it was very much part of like the intellectual and architectural movement of the time. Like neoclassicism was to take like Roman imposing architecture and bring it into like the modern era, making those big imposing buildings with columns.
I see.
I think it's to like represent democracy.
It's not free, so we're not going inside. Are we halfway?
I don't know.
So yeah, I am maybe halfway or 1/3 way of the trail, and I'm really bored already. Like it's very pretty, but it doesn't really have anything too unique. Oh, there's a performance. It's a crazy market. Oh my god, this is a huge watermelon. Okay, so what I enjoy nowadays is staying in a nice hotel, go to the gym, have a nice breakfast, and have a relaxing time indoors. I think this trail is very interesting in the sense that it leads you to different places of the city.
I think more cities should do this. I think it's a really good idea to have like a walking trail that people can do without paying someone who you might not necessarily find it interesting, or if you don't have much time, you can do it by yourself. I think people in the tourism industry sometimes forget that not everyone wants to be in a big group, and that people with Asperger's or autism may not want to be in those kind of groups. They may want to do something independently. I think this is a lovely idea, and I think it's really accessible, which is really good.
I think for me the issue is it's just slightly boring because there are no signature landmarks people need to see. For example, this really nice, is it church? No, this is a building with a clock tower behind me. But I'm losing my will to walk now. I need to find a coffee shop just to sit down and refresh for a little bit. I am on the last part of the Freedom Trail now. I had to go to get a coffee earlier and went to use the toilet in the North Station before continuing on the trail. Yeah, so now I'm crossing the bridge to a north part of Boston. I have to say this harbour does smell very unique. It's not smelly, but it has a very unpleasant sea smell. Not really sea smell. Yeah, I don't really know how to describe it. Oh, 1 second. Oscar had an accident spilling coffee on himself. Oh, you can't do much. But at least the coffee in the States is quite weak, so I don't think it's going to stay the close. What is this, Oscar? So I'm standing at a photo opportunity of this boat. Oscar just told me this ship is the world's oldest commissioned naval warship still in service. I guess it's impressive. I'm not a big nerd about ships. Yeah, this part is even cleaner and quieter than Boston City Center. We are at the final stop of this Freedom Trail after 2 to 3 hours. How long did we spend?
I don't know, but maybe 4 hours, but we did sit down for a considerable amount of time.
I think it's a very nice walk, very relaxing, and nice to see the entire city, the center and the North Harbour part. But it's just a little bit boring for me because I don't really know the history of many events, many people, especially those graveyards.
For me, I'm not particularly interested in American history, but I thought it was a lovely walk. I like that it's accessible and that the city has spent considerable investment, it seems to, making it accessible for everyone who comes to the city. I like architecture, and I think if you like architecture and architectural details, there's a lot of variety to see. It's quite inspiring, especially for like art pieces that I'm probably going to make.
I'm waiting to climb the Bunker Hill Monument by myself because Oscar is afraid of height. There are 294 steps to climb all the way up to the monument. I'm excited to see what the view would be like from the top of the monument. Okay, the journey starts here. Why do I feel like I'm in Disneyland? It's actually very cool inside. Oh, 175. I guess almost halfway. It's quite good to burn more calories for my American junk food. Yeah, there's quite a big congestion because people are going up and down at the same time. $294. I'm coming down now. I got a bit sweaty because it's actually quite stuffy inside. It's slightly breezy on the top because there are air vents. The view is quite nice. It's really cramped though when there are other people around. The windows are okay, but because it's really bright outside, you have to put your camera right next to the window to get a picture of the scenery. Yeah, I would recommend a climb up here. It's quite a unique experience and it's free. So the Freedom Trail hike officially ended here without Oscar, just by myself. Okay, after a long day, we're finally sitting down for our first proper meal in Boston. It is a steakhouse. It's a steakhouse.
I guess so.
But I don't like the music. It's really too loud. But at least there are no one around because it's still very early. It's not even 5 p.m. We made the reservation for 6 p.m. but we were very jet-lagged and hungry. And we finished viewing the MFA quite early. So we just came here and sat down. How are you, Oscar?
Exhausted.
Cheers, darling. For our first meal in Boston.
How's everything going so far?
Yeah, it's good, thank you.
I'm just gonna drop that off for you because I know that has like a little bit of salt on top.
Oh, right, great, thanks. 就是把它收起的。
There's a bit of sea salt on the top, which is why I like it. So.
Yeah, so I'm trying not to have so much salt to avoid American pasta.
So really for you too.
Yeah, I know. I think the problem is lunch is very difficult in the States because if you have very junk food, you're consuming like 1,000 and 1,500 calories, and then you're having dinner for another 2,000
Lunch is
calories.
difficult in a lot of countries. That's why we just tea plantation doesn't exist.
I know. Okay, we've got our main dish, which is steak and fries.
It's very good. You'll be very glad you didn't order with salt because they're very salty.
What is this?
I think it's extra sauce.
Oh. The fries are really good.
Do you want to try one with the salt?
Which one?
It's a bit too salty for you, right?
Yeah. I try steak.
You not tried yet? It's good.
No. Oh, it's already cut already.
It's not cut all the way through it. You just have to cut it in.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's good. It's much better with no salt. So we just ordered more fries because it's endless fries. Yeah, I'm really hungry because we didn't have lunch. But yeah, it's all good. Oh, too hot.
The next day.
Good morning. So I just came back from the gym. After staying for 2 nights in this hotel, I found a few issues with the facing of this room and just generally of this hotel. So first of all, let's have a look of outside of the window. So as I said, I got upgraded to the Greenway view, but Greenway is literally just this piece of green along this kind of boulevard or avenue along the coast. So essentially, it's facing the road. It's not anything spectacular. There's green, sure, but the roads are there, so it's really noisy in the evenings, and somehow there are dickheads riding very loud motorbikes late at night. So it's very clear to hear those engine noise in the road. And secondly, across the Greenway, over here is the fire department building. So I feel really safe if this building is on fire somehow. Last night, I don't know why, it decided to send the fire trucks out at night. Hopefully there aren't serious fires in the city, but I can just hear that noise when I was going to bed. Yeah, it's just all really strange. And another thing is, this building is in enclosed shape, so on either side of my room, there are also other guest rooms. So I think for privacy, especially in the evenings, it's actually very easy to look through the glasses into other people's room. But yeah, in general, I don't really think the Greenway view rooms are very good. It's better to have a room facing the river, but it is definitely a higher category, and I was only upgraded for one category, so no choice. Sad for me. After the shower this morning, the weather got quite nice. We came out from the back entrance of the hotel and now we are by the harbour. So we are going to cross the bridge to the other side and there should be a nice photo point of the entire city. This is not even Hefei. That.
Interesting though. It looks like it was once a rail bridge, right?
Yeah, but I was expecting Disney Sea Bridge. Just very New England. And do you remember the concept of the Japanese restaurant in that area? It was the Japanese immigrants who moved to like New England.
Oh yeah, it was actually quite nice to see.
I think the thing is, they want to have a Japanese option in the parks, right? But they cannot really put in any other places, otherwise it's a bit weird.
Or like Arabian.
Yeah, Arabia and
Or the Little Mermaid's Kingdom. Oh no, they could do it there. They could have sushi at the Little Mermaid's Kingdom. You can eat all of the various friends.
that's too dark. So now we are on the other side of the city, crossing that bridge. Behind me is the city skylines of Boston. Oscar found the perfect place. Where is it? Where is it? Wait, is it nice?
I like it.
Oh yeah, it's really good. I've actually never seen the skylines of Boston anywhere on the internet before until last night Oscar found it online. It's nothing super iconic, I suppose. It is beautiful. Okay, so we're back to Boston Common. Oscar is trying to find a statue called, what's the name?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be nice for you to see it.
Some duckling.
Oh, the ducklings. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Suddenly I feel like I'm in Mexico. Yeah, so anyway, on the way there, we are passing through the 37,000 flags again. So we'll take a look again before seeing the ducklings. Oscar is not very happy about it because he's too busy.
The children don't deserve the ducks, only I deserve the ducks. To be honest.
There's a propaganda music. I am officially dying. The weather today is vile. It's literally only just 20 degrees, but due to the shower this morning, it's really humid, and with the sunshine, it just feels really hazy and sticky. I regret I didn't pack any shorts for this trip. I should have, and because all Americans are in their shorts as well. Oscar and I are in jeans, and we just want to sit down in the shade. So now we are literally hiding under a tree. Yes, because all of the benches are occupied if those benches are in the shade. It's a very nice park, but very strangely, there's an old Mandarin-speaking lady, I guess, playing a propaganda music from Millet. So it makes this entire park very much like some sort of community park in China. It's very weird. I think Boston is worth visiting. Definitely for a long weekend trip, it's good enough. It's definitely better for a sit-down Italian meal in the city center, I guess. Especially for people who don't live in Europe or who cannot get to Italy that easy. Those food might be authentic. I'm not really sure.
I'm very doubtful.
Okay.
The part of me that's Italian is telling me no.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like the video and follow my channel.